Office cleared I-1029, which would certify long-term health care workers. It could be a step in organizing them into a union. But before the measure makes the ballot, the state Supreme Court has to decide whether it's an initiative to the people or should go to the legislature first.
Pretty crazy to think how I'd gotten to this moment.
Two other initiatives also.
We loved Bellingham. We'd been here about 6 months and started to feel at home. We had wonderful places to go play in the outdoors, lived a block off the ocean, had an internship working for the governor. Then we had a beautiful artistic community filled with amazing people and freedom of expression and ideas. But most of all, we were surrounded by good friends and good music.
But sometimes I look at the folk and never cheer myself, but sometimes away.
That's my daughter Olivia. She absolutely thrived in this environment.
Sometimes I sit all alone and think about the ocean that I call home.
But I made a friend that came up and said hello. Do you remember me? What's going on today? She says hello, hello. Cheer it up and never stop anyways. What's going on? And they say.
And she said, whoa, whoa, whoa.
In the matter of days, we had sold or given away pretty much everything. We were hitting the road to make a documentary.
5.7% in July. More on that at 5:20. 70 degrees in Seattle. A few high clouds now. Overnight,
Why did I do this, you might
cloudy,
ask?
56, gradually becoming mostly
As days
sunny
went
lows.
on, I found myself
Highs of 75
increasingly
tomorrow.
more
Mostly
dissatisfied and
sunny on
uncomfortable in my
Sunday.
own
Again,
skin in my
temperatures near
day-to-day
75.
existence.
Remember the I-90 floating
I know there are
bridge
so
will
many
close
stories
between
not being
12:45
told,
tomorrow and Sunday,
so many things were
and
just being
2:40
swept under the
p.m.
rug and
It's
not
6 minutes after
discussed.
5. From NPR News,
I wanted to
this
see
is
things
All
with my own
Things Considered.
eyes,
I'm Michelle
really
Norris,
see
and we're going to begin this
how we were
with Senator
doing in
Barack
America.
Obama. While campaigning in Florida today,
See what was
Obama
really
released
going
what
on.
he calls an emergency economic plan. In a moment, we'll talk with Obama about that plan. First,
So our first stop this morning would be to go to the Bellingham Food Co-op to get some road trip food, and then head across the parking lot to see what some of our friends were up to.
Hello? Guys, if I get your attention real quick, I'll just go through this list real fast. It won't take too long. Pretty much, you'll notice at the very front, you'll have a small script. It's kind of just like a basics of what you want to say. If you get a little lost, of course, add and say what it is you feel like. We're all here for Governor Gregoire and, of course, Barack Obama and this gentleman over here, Kevin Ranker.
24 volunteers were going to knock on the doors of about 1,600 homes this morning to get people to vote in the primaries. Then we're going to have a good barbecue afterwards. We had a few more stops we needed to make, so it was time for us to take off. Next, we went to the Bellingham Farmers Market.
Since there's not one particular thing that you can do to live a sustainable life or to have less of an impact, there's not one thing you can do. Our program is trying to educate people about the small choices that make a big difference and the combination of all your lifestyle choices that you have that enable you to live a sustainable life and help our environment.
One of the small things in Bellingham is the hub. It's a couple blocks down the interurban trail from the farmers market. We had to go there to pick up my bike. Here, many things that would have normally been thrown away find new life.
It's complete repair facility, so anybody can come in, buy some time here, get taught how to take care of your own bike. It's a pretty viable system for the whole community.
Excellent. Well,
and you don't have to be young to do it.
For you. Oh, that got your attention. You want to try it? Okay, you gotta save it though. I want you to be in a new state before you eat it.
I like honey.
Then take honey. My name's Tim Shea, so this is my store called the Hempest in Bellingham, Washington. This town's great. It's got a really good vibe. People want sustainable clothing. Brands we carry are mostly our own. We have Nivis clothing, which is straight out of Burlington, Vermont. We've got a lot of local products too, which is really important. A lot of handmade, Devil May Wear is our friend from Vancouver. All handmade, all soy and bamboo actually. Basically, sustainable clothing is something that's really new to people. A lot of people shop at, you know, the cooperatives and buy organic food, and they don't realize that, you know, when you walk into Macy's and there's that certain smell, that's 50% of our pesticides in America are being dumped on our cotton fields. That's why, you know, people work in retail stores and malls, their eyes hurt when they unpack clothes just because of all the chemicals. So people now are seeing that it's healthy for themselves and it's healthy for our planet if we wear clothes that are made sustainably and organically, especially out of fibers like hemp, which are enriching the soil and not damaging our planet like almost everything else that you can find. So, you know, it's a new market and it's tough, but we're growing, and it's, you know, we're trying to push for much more legislation in terms of legalizing hemp production in America, because we don't want to be giving China all of our money for this hemp. We want to be growing it ourselves. We want to be sustaining ourselves. So even here locally, we're trying to work with local politicians. We have, actually my girlfriend works for the Governor Gregoire, she's an intern, and also for Kevin Ranker, so that's kind of been my back door into, you know, realizing that I can play a role not just in the retail setting, but in a political setting too, through using my retail outlet.
You know what's going on?
What's going on?
Longer little hole in my heart.
My car doesn't like the pass. A little embarrassing. Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
Yes.
What? No, we're not.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No. Are we there yet?
Are you there yet?
No. Are you there yet?
Are you there?
No. Are you there yet?
What?
It's corn. It's corn.
What is that through the bug-filled windshield?
Corn.
It's corn. Ew, what do you see?
The city.
What city?
Spokane.
And Spokane's where?
Here.
Grandma and Papa live. We made it.
Yes.
My personal bliss is directing this to the on-ramp of a highway, and leaving a wake of folks fast asleep. I land and see you laters. Don't even say goodbye. And would you believe